Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jake.
We are the Dirt Road Men.
The Dirt Road Men.
Here today for a whiskey experiment.
That's going to be great.
It's basically an AB or ABC comparison of 3 different versions of the same mash bill from the same distillery. So we have Flagship Wild Turkey 101. And this is basically the same thing, aged 10 years and brought down in proof, right? Yeah, brought down to 45, so it's down like 5% lower, which is significant.
Yeah.
And then the new one, Wild Turkey Long Branch. Watch for our review on, I think, both of these, actually. I don't think they've seen either review yet.
Huh.
They're
all great.
We like them all. They're all awesome. The reason we decided to A/B compare, and I'm spoiling a little bit, is I wanted to figure out my favorite out of these 3. The Russell's 10 year is pretty good. Actually, if we're going to order them by age, it would be like this, because this is 2 to 4. This is 8, and this is 10.
Okay.
So,
this bottle is the only one without Jimmy Russell's signature on it.
yep. Although this one has Jimmy and Eddie's.
Yeah.
So this is the only one without Eddie's.
Yeah.
And this is the only one with Matthew McConaughey's, now that we've nerded out on that randomness.
This is the only one that's ever had anything but a Russell, but at least having Jimmy Russell's name on it.
Yeah. So let's pour one of these in each glass. We've got 3 Glencairns here.
Oh.
Yeah, that one makes a better cork noise. I love that sound.
Just about
I don't know. Just a little.
about a shot.
Sure.
Looks like about what you did.
Here, this one's got a good one. There we go. Def Seth on camera as always. You gonna say hello?
Hello.
Hello from Farmer Dan. You guys can't see, but he's in a flannel, suspenders, and a straw hat, but he took the straw hat off. Alright, so
Now let's mix them up, see if we can pick them apart.
let's not yet, because I want to try them differently first. So I guess we'll start with the Flagship, the 101. Just a classic bourbon, all the classic bourbon notes.
It's great. That's the kind of burn I like, not like that weird energy drink thing.
So Jake had some cocaine earlier and it was spicy.
It was very spicy.
There's an energy drink called cocaine, and for whatever reason they decided it was a good idea to make their drink spicy. Man, that's good.
This.
It's Wild Turkey 101. It's their flagship. Everybody can get it for like 20 bucks. I think everybody knows the taste of that. That is like my benchmark flavor for bourbon. That or Jim Beam.
Yep.
Let's try Long Branch. You definitely notice a difference, like on the scent even. The scent's less aggressive. Can I try that? It's way less aggressive, and you get like a little light smoky note.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Scotch smoky though. It's different. It's hard to explain.
Like
a. Sorry, go ahead.
Like a barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, like barbecue grill. Which makes sense because it's mesquite charcoals. Big difference, right?
Oh man, I was too close.
Gauge your glass.
This one definitely smells friendlier.
Yeah. I think it is friendlier all around because it doesn't really have to burn. Yeah, so it's a lot smoother, sweeter. Definitely sweeter.
Oh yeah.
I get an extra wood note, which makes sense because it's spent longer in the barrel and it's filtered through wood charcoals. It's definitely less of a punch you in the face, I'm here whiskey. But
it kicks open your door with wonderful presents whiskey.
yeah,
Like, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
this one walks in and it's like, hey, what the hell's up?
That was full, but never mind.
This one's even lighter on the nose almost. God.
You did it too.
It's just so much more aggressive.
Not in a bad way. It's just
No, I think it's a lot of it's the higher alcohol content, but it's also just less well-rounded. That Russell's pretty good. So you get this special, like, you definitely get the note from the mesquite in there, and you get a more honeyed sweetness, whereas in these you get like a caramel sweetness in these two. I think. But the finish on that 10, that Russell's 10 is pretty good.
yeah. This one has more of the vanilla, and this one's more of the caramel.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. That one to me has like a honey to it.
Yeah.
Instead of
Smelling
vanilla.
them all side by side, you can tell that they're definitely in the same family.
Yeah, and the finish is really similar on all of them.
Well, we gotta compare them all.
Yeah. Out of those three, which one did you like the best? It's a tough call.
It is a really tough call. I think all around, just for right now, I'm gonna go with the Long Branch because that's I don't know, man. It's a toss up between all three of them. I think for me right now, the 101's a little high on the proof.
Yeah.
Not much, just
Just a touch.
yeah. So it'd be.
Don't worry, I'll get my turn.
If there's
These are all my bottles, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Long Branch. That'd be where I'd be at.
Alright, my turn then, I
For
guess.
today. Yesterday, it might have been the 101. Actually, the bottle of water said it wonderful yesterday. It's weird.
Yeah, you're not one for water much. There's also this rye afterbite that I get with this one. Reminds me of like regular pickles, a little bit like the vinegar from regular pickles.
Huh.
You know, just kind of the aftertaste is similar. And I don't get that from either of these two.
Trying to think of what kind of pickles.
Just like dill pickles.
Well, different brands taste different.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with pickles.
I love pickles.
I bet you do. So, this one, this one's definitely like a really well-rounded version. And coming off the heels of that one, it's just so much sweeter. And it's lighter on the finish, but it still has a similar finish, but without that like rye pickle note. There's a light rye, but it doesn't. I don't have that like pickle aftertaste. And it lingers for a little bit, which surprised me. Like, I know that one lingers, and that's fairly normal. The alcohol burn kind of makes it feel like it lingers. But I do like that wood note because it's a different wood note than I'm used to.
Pretty familiar with wood notes, huh?
I know what wood tastes like.
It's a wonderful day.
The Russell's is actually less smooth. But it's less aggressive than this and less smooth than this. It has everything this has about it pretty much, except it's a more caramelized sweetness. They all have apple, although I would call this one like a Granny Smith, and this one like a Granny Smith, and this one like a sweet red apple. I'm gonna have to go with Long Branch too, man. So age isn't the only thing that matters, in other words, because what did they do different about these bottles, right?
Mm-hmm.
All we know for sure is this is 2 years old.
Yeah.
This is 8. This is 10.
We know it's 4.
4. Sorry.
Because it doesn't have an age statement, and it is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay, yeah, so that's 4, 8, 10. This is a higher proof. This is a lower proof. This is, this one is actually a lower proof than either of these two. This one's at 43. So, but the other thing they did different, this is basically just aged 10 years, and they don't do Wild Turkey with age statements really. I think the Decades is 10 to 20 year old bourbon, and the Master's Keep is 15 to 20 year old bourbon. The one bottle that is at our local liquor store is 17 years or higher. So they label.
Oh, so like each bottle you buy might be different?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
This is just this aged and a little more watered down, but not much. But I'm gonna have to go with this because it's just more interesting to me. Like, it's got all the well-rounded notes from these, but it has that extra note, and it's smooth, but still manages to give me all of that feedback. I just wish that it had a little bit more of an alcohol bite, but that's personal preference.
What if you took a splash of that and put it in the...
That's what I was about to do next.
Ah. Well then.
So we'll do just a little bit. I'm gonna eyeball it. I brought it up a little and I have a little of that afterbite from the alcohol. You want to try that?
Yeah. Some bear poop in the woods. That's nice. That made it really nice.
Yep. So I think the perfect bourbon for me out of this setup was a dash of this in this. Like, maybe if I drank it down to here and then I filled the bottle back up and then I gave it, you know, a little while to kind of mitigate. I think it would be great. So finally,
Oh.
let's see how that turned out. There's something in it.
Well, split the difference. Just have to have something to toast with.
You don't know.
That's about right. Okay. I don't argue with it.
Good enough. Let's try that. Definitely got more alcohol on the nose. Oh my god. That's excellent.
That is...
Alright, if you guys want to make maybe the most perfect bourbon I've ever tasted, buy these 3 bottles, mix them in almost equal portions.
Yes, do that.
That was great. Yeah, because then you get, 3 bottles of an excellent whiskey instead of 1 bottle of a whiskey, whichever one you like better. For us, it's the Long Branch.
See, that was what?
I'm
30?
surprised I didn't like the Russell 10-year more. I thought I was going to like the Russell 10-year more. Because it had the classic wild turkey flavor, whereas this changed it up. But then trying them all together, I preferred the slightly different note, less nuanced. Because when I think of bourbon, I think of either Beam or that, and the only real difference is the alcohol burn.
Yeah.
Because they say they're high rye, but if you look at their mash bill, I looked the other day, and I'm pretty sure the rye count is exactly the same percentage-wise as Jim Beam. You just taste the rye more in the finish with how they distill it, which is weird. All right. So the Long Branch was the winner, but really all of the mixed together is the winner. And they vary in price. This is normally over $40. This is about $36 where we're at, but MSRP around the nation's $40. This is $20. So you can have 3 bottles of excellent whiskey for about $100. Yeah.
Don't sound like a bad problem to have.
No. When Matthew McConaughey started working with Wild Turkey, I think you actually might have told me this story. He was talking to, I think it was Jimmy Russell, and he was like, "Hey, you know, I hope I can help out. I hope we can really ramp up your bourbon sales and you know, get you guys out there and give you a new brand image." And Jimmy was like, "Hey, you know, if you fail, we just have a whole lot of bourbon on our hands we got to find something to do with, and I can think of worse problems to have."
Yeah. Can you imagine having like half the volume of bourbon that Wild Turkey has at any given point in time?
No, I can't imagine that, but I'd love to. I know I would probably be thought of as a bad person. I know that most people wouldn't respect me. I know I'd probably spend a lot of time on all fours. So,
how'd you spend your Saturday night?
my liver might make it to 30.
What did he just say? He spent the night underneath a tap.
Yeah.
A tap of what? Bourbon. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Alright, I think that's it for us this time around. Till we see you again, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jake.
Hey, Def, Seth! 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 And we are the Dirt Road Men. Hey everybody, if you like this video, hit a like or dislike, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you really like what we're doing, check us out over on Facebook where we post every day.